Please describe your job title and primary duties.
My job title was quality assurance. I taped up damaged boxes and made sure that packages with unclear labels were going to the right place, and just in general did all the specific stuff to repair packages and make sure stuff got to where it needed to be that package handlers weren't supposed to or weren't trained to do. So.
What was the work environment like?
FedEx, I mean, it's a big open factory. I mean, it was dirty. When it was hot, it was hot. When it was cold, it was cold. I mean, even though you were inside, you were mostly working like in an outdoor setting. I mean, it was rough work, but it was good work. I mean, I got paid to exercise. So.
Please describe a typical day as an employee.
When I was doing QA work, I would come in and work with the guys. Just doing everyday stuff, and then towards the end of the day I would get packages that I would have to go through, and then I would process that, and at the end of the night I would go through and clean up damages and make sure that everything was where it was supposed to be, usually about four hours, maybe 5 on a long day.
How would you describe the application and interview process?
The application process is largely what you can lift. For the QA specifically, it was more of I had already been a package handler for a couple years, and I came in and I interviewed for it specifically for like my work ethic and my knowledge of how things work there. So, but I know they've hired QAs before from just whatever, like off the street, no previous experience at FedEx. So.
What questions did the interviewer ask during the job interview?
For QA, it was mostly your ability to use their computer system. So it was a lot of like an almost archaic like system they used. So it was mostly like a logic thing that you were stepping through, and that every package that you dealt with was important and got to where it needed to be. Like you weren't ignoring things or just letting things slide by on the side. It was like a dedication and just like a logic processing kind of thing is what they were looking for.
What other advice would you give to a job seeker looking to get employment?
Well, I mean, you can get a job there. As long as you can do the work, you can always get a job there. It's a time-based thing, so you just have to be patient when you are hired in, or when you apply. It's just a matter of time until they ask you if you want to work, but it's based off of availability. So it might be 3 weeks, or it might be a year and a half, just depending on how fast they chew through people or when they need to hire new people.